Are the Seattle Seahawks quietly making moves that could shake up both sides of the ball? Reports suggest the team is exploring an offer for an elite defender while simultaneously extending a star wide receiver, signaling a commitment to both defense and offensive firepower. Some believe this shows Seattle is going all in for another championship push, while others question how these moves will impact salary cap flexibility and roster balance. Either way, the latest developments suggest the Seahawks are positioning themselves aggressively for 2026 and making bold statements to the entire National Football League. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have some huge news coming out of Seattle, and it's the kind of story that could shake up the NFL landscape this season. If you're a Seahawks fan or just a football fan who loves following the drama around big contracts and player movements, you are going to want to stick around because this is a story that touches on both elite defense and a star-level offense. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's dive into everything we know about what's happening with the Seahawks. First off, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. Reports have started to emerge that the Seahawks are making a massive push to lock down one of the league's most dynamic defensive players. This isn't just any defensive player. We're talking about someone who has repeatedly proven that they can change the course of a game with just one play. Think game-clinching interceptions, critical sacks, and relentless coverage that frustrates even the league's top quarterbacks. The team is reportedly preparing a contract offer that could make this player one of the highest-paid defenders in the league. And that, my friends, is huge news for Seattle. Now, when we talk about elite defenders, the discussion isn't just about stats, although this player has those in spades. We're talking about leadership on the field, the ability to mentor younger players, and the kind of presence that transforms a defense from just good to truly elite. Imagine a Seahawks defense where the line is feeding off the energy of a star defender, the secondary is locking down every route, and opposing quarterbacks are second-guessing every throw. That's the kind of impact this move could have. It's not just about one player signing a deal. It's about changing the entire identity of the defense. Moving over to the offensive side, there's also breaking news about the Seahawks' star wide receiver. The team has officially extended the contract of one of the most explosive, consistent, and reliable targets in the league. This player has been a cornerstone of the Seahawks offense for years, producing jaw-dropping plays and clutch performances that fans will remember for a long time. The extension shows that the organization isn't just focused on defense. They're doubling down on keeping their offensive firepower intact. This combination of strengthening both sides of the ball sends a clear message. The Seahawks are not here to rebuild slowly. They're here to compete now. What's really interesting about these moves is how they fit into the bigger picture of Seattle's strategy. The team has been known for its aggressive approach to talent, and this latest news confirms that. They are going after top-tier talent on defense while ensuring that the offense remains explosive and dependable. For fans who have been worried about the team losing its core pieces, this is reassuring. It's the kind of news that can energize a fan base and create a buzz around the city. You can almost feel the excitement in the air. Seattle is back in the conversation, and they're sending a clear signal to the rest of the league. Don't underestimate us. Now, let's break down the potential impact of the defensive signing. Bringing in an elite defender isn't just about adding another talented player. It's about the ripple effect it creates across the roster. When you have a player who demands attention from opposing offenses, it opens opportunities for teammates. Quarterbacks will hesitate before throwing in certain directions. Running backs might find more space to operate, and other defenders can make plays because the elite defender draws attention. Essentially, it elevates the entire defense, making the team more competitive in every game. On the other side, keeping the star wide receiver ensures that the Seahawks maintain one of the league's most dynamic offensive weapons. This isn't just about stats or highlight reels. It's about the chemistry with the quarterback, the timing of routes, and the ability to stretch defenses. With this extension, the Seahawks are ensuring that their offensive identity remains intact. The quarterback now has a trusted target to build around, and the offensive coordinator can design plays that maximize this player's unique talents. It's the kind of move that strengthens the team immediately and sets them up for sustained success. Some fans have been speculating about what this could mean for the upcoming season, and the potential is huge. If the defensive signing goes through, Seattle could have one of the most formidable defenses in the league, capable of challenging even the top-tier offenses. Meanwhile, with the wide receiver secured, the offense remains explosive and capable of winning shootouts. When you combine these factors, the Seahawks suddenly look like a team that could make a deep playoff run. It's the type of balance between offense and defense that championship contenders are built on. Of course, all of this news also raises some questions. What does this mean for the salary cap? How does this affect other players on the roster who are looking for extensions or new deals? And how will this change the team's strategy moving forward? From what sources are reporting, the front office has been meticulous in structuring deals that are sustainable while still rewarding top talent. They are clearly thinking long-term, which is essential in today's NFL, where financial flexibility can be just as important as on-field performance. One thing that stands out in this situation is how both moves, signing an elite defender and extending a star wide receiver, send a message about leadership and culture. Players want to join organizations that are committed to winning and where top talent is recognized and rewarded. By making these moves, the Seahawks are not just improving the roster, they are cultivating a culture of excellence. This can help attract future free agents who want to be part of a competitive and ambitious team. It's also worth noting how these developments impact fan morale. Seahawks fans are some of the most passionate in the league, and this kind of news tends to energize the community. Imagine walking into a stadium knowing that your team has locked in an elite defender and extended a superstar receiver. It creates excitement, it generates anticipation for each game, and it reinforces the belief that this team is serious about competing for a championship. For fans who have experienced ups and downs over the years, this is a big confidence boost. Now, looking ahead, what should we expect from the Seahawks off-season and the upcoming season? Well, securing these key players is just the beginning. There will likely be further moves to address depth on both offense and defense, and the coaching staff will have to integrate these pieces into their schemes effectively. But with a star defender leading the defense and a top wide receiver keeping the offense dynamic, the Seahawks are setting themselves up to be competitive in every game. It's the kind of foundation that can lead to success, both immediately and for years to come. Finally, let's talk about what this means for the rest of the league. Other teams are going to take notice of Seattle's moves. When a team aggressively goes after top-tier talent and retains its core offensive weapons, it signals that they are serious contenders. Division rivals will have to prepare for a team that is stronger on both sides of the ball, and opponents in the playoff hunt will need to strategize carefully. This isn't just local news, it's league-wide news. The Seahawks are making a statement, and it's one that could reshape expectations for the NFC and beyond. In conclusion, these developments are massive for the Seahawks organization, their fans, and the NFL as a whole. Locking in an elite defender while extending a star wide receiver shows a commitment to excellence, both on and off the field. It's the kind of news that energizes a fan base, strengthens the team's identity, and signals that Seattle is serious about competing at the highest level. The ripple effects of these moves will be felt for years, influencing team strategy, player morale, and the perception of the franchise across the league. So, for all Seahawks fans out there, this is a moment to celebrate. The team is building a roster capable of competing for a championship, combining elite defense with explosive offense. For football fans in general, this is a story to watch because it highlights how strategic moves in player acquisition and retention can change a team's trajectory.
And for everyone who loves the drama of the NFL, it's another reminder that the offseason is full of surprises, excitement, and the kind of news that keeps us all talking.
That's it for today's update. Make sure to follow along for more in-depth coverage as these stories develop. We'll be keeping an eye on contract details, roster moves, and how this all plays out on the field in the coming season. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And as always, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think this elite defender is? How do you feel about the wide receiver extension? Are the Seahawks now positioned to make a serious run at the Super Bowl? Let's get the conversation going, because this is one story that is far from over, and the excitement is just beginning.